everyone, it's Anthony Couch, a guitarist on YouTube. I've been very busy behind the scenes working on my Shred set of videos, the Shred course that is coming soon. Am I a bit behind schedule? Yeah. Is it because it's getting bigger and better than I thought it was going to be when I set out? Hopefully. I know some of you are interested in it. I hope it lives up to expectations. It is going on behind the scenes. Anyway, let me just quickly indulge in a bit of blues playing. But before I get on to that, I want to know, what do you think makes a good guitar solo? It's all subjective. You might disagree with what I'm talking about in this video. Doesn't matter, we're just discussing guitar. It's all interesting, hopefully. But I want to know, what do you think makes a good solo? Fast technique? Tone? Melody? What is it? Let me know, let us all know in the comments. What makes a good solo? Have a listen to this solo here. Have a listen to this noodling in blues minor pentatonic. And now have a listen to this one. Hopefully you could hear a bit of a difference there. It's easy for me because I was inside the playing and I know what I changed. But that second one, I was outlining the chords. Outlining the chords is really important when you're playing solos, I think, because it allows you to have a strong foundation for the melody. When we look at a guitar neck and we think about a scale, you know, so I was in C, that was a C blues, a C major blues. Using a C dominant 7 chord, an F dominant 7 chord, and a G dominant 7 chord. I can use a C minor pentatonic scale over all of that. Coincidentally, that scale works over all of those chords. And in fact, when you put chords underneath it, that's a very powerful thing because it does shift the listener's perception of that minor pentatonic scale. Have a listen to that same first example, only this time I've put chords underneath it. You can hear it. Even though the scale isn't changed, the chords are forcing the listener to perceive the notes differently. However, when you outline the chords, it just reinforces that chord, the chord's progression, like this. Hopefully I'm making sense with this one. In my head, it is making sense. So hopefully I'm translating it properly. Really, at its core, what I'm getting at here is arpeggios and their surrounding scales. So we can noodle like this. But it isn't implying any chord changes. As that chord changes to that chord, we can outline that chord with the arpeggio or its relevant scale, mixolydian. So for the exercise itself, it's really good because you don't need another instrument. The exercise is simply that you, on your solo instrument, playing solo melodic lines, no chords, are implying chord changes to the listener. So hopefully you can hear that shift. Things like whoops, last note was wrong, but did you hear that change in the chord as it goes from can definitely hear the chords being outlined, even though it's a solo instrument. So get into the habit of playing your solo lines, noodling, but not the pentatonic stuff. That doesn't imply, if you stick with that, you can change the pentatonics and imply chord changes, but if you stick with just doing all the pentatonic stuff, it isn't always going to have that strong foundation over different chords. My advice to you, if you're on the same wavelengths with me on this one and you want to give it a go, is to think about these arpeggio patterns. C dominant 7. Then here is the F dominant 7. Really nice sweep pattern, that one. If you can sweep like I can't, then give it a go. Then that shape that you've just done there, moved up 2 frets for G dominant 7. I'm going to try and get some credibility back. That'll do. I'm not going to attempt it again in case I fail. Listen to this then, okay. So all I'm going to do here is go up and down the arpeggios with a metronome, and even though there aren't any chords going on in the background, you're going to hear the chord changes because I'm forcing that with the arpeggio changes. C dominant 7, 3, 4. Chord 4, F dominant 7. Chord 1. 5, 4. Back to 1. Bit more musical. Did you hear that? Did you follow it? Sorry about the noisy amplifier. Did you hear it? Did you follow the chord changes? One of the best exercises I think you can do for improving your playing over chords and your outlining, definitely your outlining of chord changes within a solo, is this: to play unaccompanied but still imply chord changes. Did that make sense? Let me know in the comments down there, and also let me know what makes a good solo in your opinion. Let us all know. Let us all know. What is it? Speed, technique, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to play us out now with that same idea, but only this time with minor arpeggios, completely unaccompanied. You're going to be able to hear the chord changes, hopefully. Give it a go yourself. Pick a few chords and try and make it sound like you can hear those chords even though they aren't there. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.